Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Host Show. We are your hosts, Wes Troop
and Emily Liston.
And this week we're going to be discussing a ride from somewhere we haven't really discussed much on since we started our show, and that would be SeaWorld. We're going to discuss a water ride called Journey to Atlantis.
Wait! Hermes must guide you! Fly, Hermes! Show them the way!
Welcome, friends. Do not be afraid. Come closer. All of this I give to you. The magic of Atlantis.
For many years, SeaWorld had become an extremely popular marine life theme park, boasting shows and exhibits featuring dolphins, sea lions, and of course, killer whales. There was a lack, however, of thrills to be found in the park. SeaWorld decided it was time to build rides for their parks. The ride designers asked guests what they would like to see as an attraction, and there was an overwhelming interest in the subject of the lost city of Atlantis.
SeaWorld and the designers from Mac Rides wanted to build an exciting new technologically advanced ride to compete with other parks in the surrounding areas. Finally, the idea of a flume-like adventure ride such as Splash Mountain or Jurassic Park River Adventure, Cross River roller coaster was brought to the table. Wheels were placed at the bottom and the sides of the boat for the ride to perform in the water and on the roller coaster-like track. The first version of Journey to Atlantis made its debut at SeaWorld Orlando in 1999 and was the park's only thrill ride until the roller coaster Kraken showed up in a later year.
Guests board the 8-passenger boat and travel inside where they are told a magical seahorse will guide them. A mystical voice of a siren beckons the boat to come closer, and we soon see the beauty and the lovely sights of the city. Soon, however, the siren soon reveals her true form and things go awry. Doors open to the outside and the boat goes up a hill and down a splash-inducing drop. Just when you think it's over, there's more adventure as the boat spills down a smaller but still wet drop, and the siren tells everyone they're not leaving yet. The guests now go up the coaster-like lift hill and go through twists and turns in a temple before a final splash into the water.
With the Orlando attraction a success, the ride was put on the drawing board for other SeaWorld parks. San Diego was next to open their version of the ride on May 29, 2004. This version lacks the effects and storyline of the original ride, but does have a longer coaster portion. After the first drop, guests go inside a dark building and then roll out onto an elevator-like track before going up the coaster portion.
The most recent version of the ride opened at SeaWorld San Antonio on May 11, 2007. This ride gives guests a 360 view of the park, as well as a rotation and backward spin before heading down the drop. While all three rides have their differences, they're all an adventure tailing off for.
I love the ride, although it's not a shock that when I first went on it, I was petrified of it.
Yeah, big surprise.
I didn't know. I went on the ride the first time, and the mermaid terrified me. Mermaid was terrifying. The voice, everything, hated it.
Welcome to the lost city of Atlantis.
There's so much I need to say to that right now. That would have scared me. I would have been traumatized as a child if I heard that voice. Anyway, yeah, but now I really love it. It's one of my favorite in SeaWorld. Well, it is my favorite in SeaWorld.
That's not hard to do.
It's my favorite. True. Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I love it. I remember one year we went on it, and we decided to sit at the front, but we wore our rain macs because we were going home that day. We were going on the airplane. Obviously, the airplane for me is 8 hours, 7.5 hours, 8 hours. So I remember me and my dad went in the front, and we were like, right, we'll wear our rain macs. And we went down the drop, and we were like, oh, it's okay, we're dry, it's all good. And then as you go around the corner, it kind of dips, doesn't it? And then the water overflows your boat, especially if you're at the front. And then it all comes in, and I just remember being soaking wet. My shoes were soaking wet on the airplane.
That's not fun at all.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It was a good story. It was an amazing story. The welcome world.
So yeah, I enjoyed the ride. I've only been there to SeaWorld once, back in 2005. But I went on. I thought it was pretty cool. I always laughed to laugh. We went on maybe 2 or 3 times the ride. The guy the old man at the beginning cracked me up, and it had me quoting him like throughout the whole trip. Where the old man has the seahorse, he just like, wait! I don't know why it made me laugh so bad, but every time I'm just like, throughout the trip, I was like, wait! Whenever I'd have to say wait. I don't know. It sticks with me today. Sometimes I'll be like, wait! So if you ever hear me do that, that's what it's from. But he's like, wait, you must take the seahorse! Yeah, I think it's fun, the ride. You know, you can do the drop is pretty cool, I guess. And then
the drop is pretty cool.
The inside's nice. Yeah, then you go around the corner. Like Emily was talking about, after you go down the drop, then you go around the corner and you go down a little drop. And this will be a West tip. Beware of that little drop, because like Emily said, all the water comes in and you get soaked. I was literally in the bathroom wringing out my socks because they were that bad. I think it was like 10 rings of my socks. That's how soaked they were. Well, now what are you laughing at now?
How do you remember specifically 10 rings of my socks?
Yeah, it was like 9 years ago. I remember how many.
I was like, 9 should be enough, and I was like, I can get one more ring out of that. So I went for one more. Well, here's Mel's tip. Make sure you put your feet up. Even if you look like a fool, just put your feet up on the seat. It's like a little...
Definitely be careful of that little mini drop. And it was funny because we're like, people were in the front seat, and we're like, you're gonna get like soaking wet, and they're like, yeah, right. No, we're not. and then the huge, and then like we go around the thing, and the huge wave comes up and just soaks them. We're like, ah, suckers.
That's probably me and my dad.
But I also think it's weird how they play the Beetlejuice music when you go into the roller coaster part. I'm like, Beetlejuice is coming out now? What's going on here?
You guys?
Yeah, it's Beetlejuice music.
No.
Da 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 da. I'm just like, that's really odd, but anyway. Yeah, so if you're at SeaWorld, definitely check out Journey to Atlantis. Just beware that you will get wet if you sit in the front, definitely. Even if you're in the second or third row, you're gonna probably get wet too. So just be careful. But what do you think, Emily? Definitely a ride checking out?
Yeah, definitely. But also, after you're going up the second bit, you know, like you've done the big drop, you're going up, don't think it's fun to, you know, sort out your bag and take your rain mac off, because there's a roller coaster. So you're going to be
Thanks for the warning.
That was my tip. But yeah, definitely go on it. It's amazing.
so the news of this week, there was a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train live chat on the official Disney Parks blog on Monday. Imagineer Dave Minichiello answered questions from fans about the attraction and gave a sneak peek inside the ride with a special ride-through video of the ride, which is still under construction, of course. In the video, the real ride-through is put next to the original CGI version. There's no specific date yet, but it's scheduled to open in spring 2014. We did watch the ride-through. I thought it looked pretty cool. It looks like it's going to be a little wild during the roller coaster parts, obviously, and it looks cool that it's going to rock back and forth, and the mines look pretty neat. The dwarves aren't there yet, it looks like, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool ride. I've been a fan of the idea since it's been like 2 years since they've been working on it, so it'll be cool to finally see it and see what they come up with. What do you think, Emily?
Yeah, I think it's going to look really nice because I've seen, obviously, the CGI and stuff, so like they've got loads of trees and it looks really beautiful. Like we were saying before, it's going to look really nice there. It does look really cool. Again, I like how it rocks back and forth and things. But it seems quite short. I thought in my head, I thought it was going to be like as long as Thunder Mountain, but now that I think about it, it's quite in a small. I guess they can't make as much track, so it's about the same length as, what would you say?
The Barnstormer?
A little bit longer.
It's a little longer than the Barnstormer. The Barnstormer is like you sit down and you're done. It goes,
yeah,
woo!
it's a little bit long. Yeah, it's a little bit longer because it obviously goes into the mines. So when it goes into the mines, it goes really slow, so you can see all the dwarves and things. I like the bit where it goes into the mines, then you've got silhouettes of the dwarves. I like that bit. I think that's really cool.
Right.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. And they got the cottage there as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Which haven't built properly yet. Yes, I think that'd be really good.
Yeah, I don't know that they showed the whole entire ride like we were saying before we started the show. Because I didn't see the vulture on the lift hill or anything like that they already put up. But so it might not be the entire ride that they showed, maybe just part of it. But I think it looks good. But it'll definitely be cool to ride next trip.
I'm sorry, I ruined your sentence.
What sentence?
No, you didn't feel talking. I was like, blah, 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 blah.
That's fine. I interrupt you how many times on these shows?
I know. Got milk? Dates for Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival were announced this week. It will be running for an extra week early, starting September 19th till November 10th. More information is on the way, but you can whet your appetite at the Flower Garden Show this spring with Outdoor Kitchen. Speaking of Epcot news, new macaroons can now be found in the France Pavilion at Epcot at Le Hales Boulangerie Patisserie. The treats come in different flavours such as raspberry, chocolate and banana passion. The macaroons come in a box of 5 and cost $10.33 plus tax. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like $10 is a little much for a dessert, but you get 5 of them at least. But yeah, they would be worth checking out. I've been in the Boulangerie, and there are a lot of good stuff, a lot of good pastries. I think I had like a chocolate-filled pastry, something or other. So, yeah, definitely worth looking into.
Anything that has raspberry chocolate in is fine by me.
Yeah. Also looking into the near future, Star Wars Weekends at Disney's Hollywood Studios has added a 5th weekend to the popular event. Lots of adding of weekends this week, evidently. The Friday to Sunday events start on May 16th, the day after my birthday, by the way, and run through June 15th. Also added this year will be a special fireworks show presented each night of the event with Star Wars music playing along. I've never been to Star Wars Weekends. It sounds pretty neat. I can imagine there are lots of crowds, lots of Star Wars fans.
I've seen pictures of the Star Wars Weekends. It always looks busy. They put up a tent or like a marquee, and then they have all stuff in it, don't they?
Yep.
And it looks crazy busy. I've never been. It would be cool to go to see everyone
Yeah, they have meet and greets with some of the stars, like Darth Maul and Billy D. Williams was there, I think, one year. And they have a special parade. They have meet and greet with some of the characters, like Chewbacca. You never see Chewbacca. I think Boba Fett, which would be really cool, even though you don't know who Boba Fett is. Anyway, yeah, it seems really cool, but lots of crowds, so you take the good with the bad, I suppose.
What people say when we're together on the show. I'll take the good with the bad. Good, bad.
Oh, thank you.
Love you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep you up to date with more Star Wars and international food and wine as we get more information, of course.
Of course. The author of the Kingdom Keeper series, Ridley Pearson, will be making some special appearances in Florida and California, signing copies of the new and final book in the series, Kingdom Keeper 7: The Insider. You can meet Ridley at Walt Disney World's Downtown Disney Marketplace on March 26th at the Once Upon a Toy store from 4 to 6 p.m. and March 27th at the Writer's Stop in Disney Hollywood Studios from 9 to 11 a.m. You can also see him at Disneyana at Disneyland Park on March 29th from 10 a.m. till noon.
I'm a somewhat fan of the Kingdom Keepers series, I guess. I have read up to 3. I just ordered number 4. The books aren't exactly 100% accurate by my standards. Sorry, Ridley, but there's no 9-foot wolf on Splash Mountain. But yeah, they're fun. They're a fun read if you don't need 100% accuracy. So I'll pick up the 7th one when I get to it. Emily, have you read any of these yet?
I have one. I bought one. The last time I went, I bought the first one, but I haven't got a chance to reading it yet. So I should get on that.
They're a fun read for park fans that want some fictional reads and not just the history books all the time. Overseas at Hong Kong Disney, some news there. They announced 2013 set the new attendance and hotel occupancy records for their best year yet. A new Disney hotel was announced for that resort that will celebrate the spirit of exploration around the world and is scheduled to open in early 2017. So we can book our trip now for Hong Kong Disney. We have a few years, so that's cool. Also making their debut this year will be an Iron Man attraction called Iron Man Experience, where guests will join Tony Stark against alien invaders in Hong Kong, as well as a nighttime spectacular called Disney Paint the Night. I've seen some cool stuff coming out of Hong Kong Disney. I'm a huge fan of Mystic Manor. We had talked about that a little bit on the show before. We haven't gone into great depth, but that's kind of their version of the Haunted Mansion, and it's really neat. They have the monkey, they have Monkey Boy. Hong Kong Disney seems pretty neat. They're just gonna have even cooler stuff as it gets more popular. Well, that does it for another episode. Emily, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitter. It's at EL5AME.
As for me, you can subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. You can subscribe to our Hitchhiking Hosts page, youtube.com/hitchhostshow. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/hitchhostshow.
And also you can follow us on Twitter. It's at HitchHostShow.
Yes, and we made some more milestones again this week. Last week we had just hit 200 on Twitter. This week we hit 300. So thanks for all of our new followers. And also we have over 140 on Facebook. So definitely like the Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and don't miss one Hitch Host second. Also this week I came up with a name for our fans. They're going to be called Hitchers.
Okay. Have fun. Okay.
So until next time, don't forget to...
Hurry back. Hurry back.
for our next episode.
See you next week. Oh, Hannah means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Wait! Hermes must guide you! Fly, Hermes! Show them the way!